Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, double honor to the apostles, GMS. This is Anwar Allah coming at you another video. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 6. I'm going to get right into it. It says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine." And this is the main scripture I'm going to go into. So it says, "Give not that which is holy unto dogs." What's holy? That's talking about the word. Okay? Give not the word unto dogs. Now, I don't mean actual dogs, actual animals. It's talking about man. Man is in the mindset of a dog, or the mindset of an animal, or the mindset of a beast. Okay? Given that which is holy unto dogs. So there's certain individuals out there that you can't give the word unto because they're not going to take heed to the word. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine. Right. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine. That's what that word pearl. That means. Let's look at the dogs first.
Strong's G 2965.
Kuon. It says a dog. Metaphorically, a man of impure mind, an impudent man, which is a foolish man, someone that lacks wisdom. So dog right there is kuon in the Greek. And it says a dog, metaphorically, a man of impure mind, an impudent man. Like scripture says, to the pure, all things are pure. I think that's in Titus, 2nd chapter. Yep, Titus 1st chapter. Titus 1 and 15. It says here, "Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and their conscience is defiled." See what it says? When you go back to Matthew, the 7th chapter and 6th verse, kuon, the word dog in the Greek, it says means a dog, metaphorically a man of impure mind, someone that's impudent. So a man of impure mind, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. So a man is considered a dog as a man that has an impure mind. Therefore, this word which is pure, unto these men that are considered dogs, it's not looked at as being pure, because they have an impure mind. They are defiled and unbelieving. And it says, but unto them, it says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. So even their mind and conscience is defiled. Something that's defiled is something that's polluted. Okay? It's another scripture that came into mind. See if it'll come back to me. Can't think of it. Let me go back. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs. So we know that that which is holy is obviously talking about the word. Don't give it unto dogs. Don't give it to men of impure minds. The same way you wouldn't give something pure unto an actual dog. Something holy. Something holy, actually holy. The same way you wouldn't give something that's actually holy unto an actual dog. Like, would you give a dog a Bible? Like, the dog is going to tear the Bible up. You're going to teach the word to a dog. The dog don't understand what you're saying. But it's not talking about an actual dog. It's comparing men to dog. Because the dog mind isn't pure enough to understand the word of the Lord. So it's comparing a man who has an impure mind, whose mind isn't pure enough to understand the word of the Lord. Give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine. Look at that word pearls. Margaritas.
Strong's G 3135. Margarites.
Margarites. Kind of sound like the word margarita. I'm gonna look that word up. Maybe they got some kind of relation. It says a pearl, a proverb, i.e., a word of great value. So cast not your pearl before swine, meaning don't cast your word that's of. So it says cast not that pearl before swine, meaning cast not that word of great value unto a swine, unto a pig. Okay? Where's the word? Pig, living swine.
Strong's G 5519. Choiras. Choiras.
Choiras. It just says a swine. It doesn't give you anything there. Let's keep reading. It says, give not that which is holding to the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under feet and turn again and rend you. Look at the word trample.
Strong's G 2662. Katapateo. Katapateo.
Katapateo. And it says, to tread down, trample underfoot, to trample on, metaphorically to treat with rudeness and insult, to spurn, treat with insult and neglect. So if you give this word to a dog, give this word to a dog or to a swine, they're going to trample you. They're going to treat with rudeness and an insult. They're going to spurn or treat it with insult and neglect. Like obviously, an actual swine, an actual dog is going to neglect the word because they don't understand what you're saying. So how much more a man who's considered to be a swine in his state of mind, or continues to be, or considered to be a dog in a state of mind, how much more would they neglect the word? They're not actual swines and actual dogs, but they have an impure mind, like a swine or a dog. And just as an actual swine or dog would neglect the word, so would a man who has that similar mentality. They neglect the word because their minds are impure, like a dog or like swine. So it says, lest they trample them under feet and turn again and rend you. Let's get the word rend.
Strong's G 4486. Pregnamy. Pregnamy.
Regnemy. It says to rend, burst or break asunder, break up, break through, of a demon causing convulsions in a man possessed. Basically mean like to tear. See, it says to tear in pieces, to break forth into joy of infants or dumb persons beginning to speak, to distort, convulse. They're gonna turn again and rend you, meaning they're gonna tear you in pieces. They don't mean they're physically gonna go and attack you or tear you to pieces. They'll come against you for teaching the word because they don't want to hear it. And that's how it is. Certain people teach words to it, they're gonna neglect it. And when they neglect it, they're gonna start to come up against you. Okay? So everybody's not worthy of this word. This is 1 Corinthians 14:38. It says, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. That's simple. If any man is ignorant, meaning lacks knowledge, let him to lack knowledge, let him be ignorant. It's that simple. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, a man that is an heretic, look at the word heretic.
Strong's G 141. Heretikas. Heretikas.
Heretikas. And it says, fitted or able to take or choose a thing, schismatic, factious, a follower of a false doctrine, heretic. In other words, a person who follows a false doctrine. So a man who's a heretic, who follows a false doctrine, after the first and second admonition, reject. Let's go to the word admonition.
Strong's G 3559. Nuthesia. Nuthesia.
Nuthesia. Admonition, exhortation. Calling attention to, mild rebuke or warning. Admonition, someone that you give. So a man who's a heretic who follows a false doctrine, after the first and second admonition, reject. Meaning after the first time, second time you rebuke them or give them a warning, you reject them because you corrected them. Okay? Look at the word reject.
Strong's G 3868. Paraiteamai. Paraiteamai.
Paraiteomai. To ask alongside, beg, to have near. One, to obtain by entreaty, to beg from, to ask for, supplicate. To entreat that, not to refuse, decline, to shun, avoid, to avert displeasure by entreaty. To beg pardon, crave indulgence, to excuse, of one excusing himself for not accepting a wedding invitation to a feast. So basically it means to refuse or to shun or to avoid. So someone that you give multiple warnings to, that you rebuke multiple amount of times, a multitude of times, eventually it comes to the point you shun that person, you avoid them, you reject them, because he ain't gonna get it. That's why it says, knowing that he that is knowing that he that is such is subverted. So the word subverted. This is all relating to Matthew 7 and 6. He that is such is subverted.
Strong's G 1612. Extrafo. Extrafo.
Extrafo. To turn, to twist up, tear up, to turn inside out, invert, to change for the worse, pervert, corrupt. So, knowing that he that is such is subverted or corrupt, and sinneth, being condemned of himself. So he that is ignorant, let him be ignorant still. Give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast thy pearl before swine. Alright? I'm gonna go here. There's a website called www.thepigidea.com. Okay. Check this out. It says, it has a pig here and it says, we want your kitchen waste, just like the good old days. Pigs were originally domesticated by people because they are so good at eating our leftovers, clearing up our waste, while converting it into valuable food, i.e. pork and bacon was just not valuable, according to Leviticus the 11th chapter, According to Leviticus the 11th chapter, pork is unclean, swine is unclean, and in order to keep our soil fertile. But see right here, the key word, it says pigs are so good. It says mention pigs eating our leftovers. That's why you don't cast pearl before swine, because a swine, which is a pig, they eat leftovers. Pigs aren't really concerned with the delicacies. Like, you don't sit there and gotta give a pig a 5-course meal. A pig will be content with just getting the scraps from the table. Bones here, some bones there, you know, burnt up food that you don't want, that you don't desire. Pigs will eat that up. Pigs will eat leftovers. They'll eat the scraps. They aren't concerned with the delicacies. Like a pearl is something that's a delicacy, something that's delicate. It's a precious stone. And its word is likened unto a pearl because it's precious. And just as a pig isn't concerned with precious things or delicacies, like delicate types of food, and just content with the scraps and leftovers, why give a swine a pearl? Or why give a man a pearl of wisdom when they aren't concerned with such delicacies, such delicate knowledge? And even when you read down here, it says pigs can be a highly effective recycling system with the potential to turn a massive problem of food waste into a delicious solution. Is mad not to. This guy's out of his mind. But they do, part of that is right, where it says pigs are a highly effective recycling system. You know? And basically what this is about is lifting the ban on feeding food waste to pigs. But one thing they do got right, that's what a pig was created for. A pig is nothing more than a living garbage disposal. And just as the scripture says, casting that pearl before swine, because swines are not concerned with delicate things. They get leftovers and scraps. That's content. That's good for them. And a man who has the mentality of a swine, an impure mind, He's not concerned with delicacies of the word of the Lord. Okay? So that's basically what I wanted to get into. With that, I'm going to close. I'm going to say, oh, praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Makakodash. Shalom.